the WrestleGeddon Podcast. For over 3 years, the best of the worst wrestling podcast.
Hey fans, welcome to another edition of the WrestleGeddon Podcast. I, of course, am your host, Chris the Heat Matthews, joined each and every week by the Tennessee Jesus Call Crossland and Garrett G. Money Munn. Fellas, what a hell of a weekend for wrestling last week, which led into a pretty decent week. So we're going to get into that in our instant replay segment. But how the hell are you guys? What's been going on?
Nothing too much. Me and Garrett got kicked out of a football game.
We did,
Yeah, because we was in blackface. But other than that, it was all good.
Was it all blackface or half blackface?
It was like half blackface, half Mexican face. Something like that.
Oh. All right. Well,
But it's okay because Garrett's stepmom's Hispanic, so we had a pass for that side, but we didn't have a pass for the black side, so we got in trouble.
We didn't get a pass for that, or a pass for the Redskin shirts we decided to wear.
oh, terrible.
All good. It's all good.
Yeah.
I think it's probably one of your guys' worst random adventures.
I know. That's
That's pretty bad.
Can't
I
be
was expecting
Superman.
y'all to be in like.
I can't be Superman every week. Sometimes we're Clark Kent.
I'm surprised you guys weren't in like Japan trying to claim that new island that just formed from that volcanic eruption.
No. Was this in blackface at the Redskins game? I mean, Washington football game. You
guys could have been like Johnny Depp, living large on your own volcanic ash island.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Garrett did go to an island one time, but it was a bunch of like underage people there, so we had to leave. What was that dude that took us to that island, Garrett? Jeffrey something, Dahmer or something. Something
like
different. Something different.
All right. Totally
It was a bit
random.
creepy.
Yeah.
A little creepy.
Bill Clinton was there though. It was all cool.
checking out some cankles. Woo! Now that's a cankle. Oh, so much random stuff. Just like the random band entrance theme of the week this week. None other than the, I don't know, I'm gonna say like pop goddess, I guess. I don't know. Mariah Carey.
I want to go that far.
Baby mama. One in it, Cannon's baby mamas.
Yep.
I would definitely say she's music royalty, but yeah, that's probably a little far. But
yeah. I mean, at least Christmas royalty.
all I want for Christmas is more toys.
Is a blade figure.
Hey, don't be hating. Actually, I didn't mean to
hate
post that on my damn personal. I was supposed to go in the fig cave. So I found was the blade. I couldn't find the fucking butcher. Like I scoured that Walmart looking behind like fucking Nerf guns, tarps, Legos, where people hide shit. And I couldn't find it. It's like fuck. But yeah, all right. Mariah Carey this week. Who wants to go first? Oh, we lost Carl.
Uh-oh. Well, I can go first if need be.
Nah, go ahead.
I was told by a unanimous source, don't ask who, to
Unanimous or anonymous?
Anonymous source, excuse me.
So your wife told you to pick this?
Perhaps. And my song is Fantasy.
Oh, you son of a bitch. The regular one or the remix?
Then don't fucking let me go first. The original.
Mine was the remix.
Well, there you go. We got two different songs. And I'm scared for when Carl comes back because he'll probably have some random song. Actually, you know what? He's probably there. He's probably like, I've been talking the whole time. And he didn't realize he went to the random band app. It kicked him out.
Probably. The screen just went black and he's like gone. He's not even on the stage or in like the queue. There he is.
All right. I don't know if that was me or you or what happened.
It was you.
I don't know, but you've arisen again. All right. So Garrett picked fantasy.
Damn it, Garrett, you motherfucker.
And then Chris picked fantasy, the remix.
The
version.
Remix of fantasy with ODB.
ODB. Man. Damn it. So I guess I'm gonna have to go with Crybaby featuring Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
So breakup song. I'm gonna break up with my opponent.
Break up with your opponent.
And cry about
it. Awesome. All right. So there we go. There are picks for Mariah Carey songs. Carl, what we got for next week?
Where my dogs? Where my dogs at? We got DMX.
DMX. Gotta stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
Yep. Ain't no sunshine.
Awesome. All right, DMX for next week. We're kind of talking about that off air with DMX. He did have some bangers. Give him that. I just don't like my music barking at me.
Oh, I love it.
I love DMX, man. You want to go banging in the gym? Listen to some DMX.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So there is that. Let's go ahead and get over to the Elite Figure of the Week. This one is kind of fitting for this week, post Survivor Series, and it is the ringside exclusive Straight Edge Society.
Boo! Boo! How you doing a fucking Randy figure? No one gives a shit about Phil.
With removable mask, that beautiful bald head.
It doesn't look like CM Punk though.
Nah, it's got a pretty good likeness.
You think so?
Yeah. It might just be the camera.
It looks like Johnny Hungy.
I got the like this is after like he got his head shaved and all that.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, I got the homeless version one with the long straggly hair and homeless beard. But yeah, Mattel apparently, it's funny because like Mattel decided they were going to scrap that figure because it's like a couple years when they were going to put it out after that had happened, but there was like such a huge demand for it they ended up releasing it through Ringside Collectibles, and this is the first Ringside exclusive figure I've ever bought. So it's pretty awesome.
Yep.
And apparently it's resells for a shit ton of money. So,
I saw a Facebook post, and I don't know if it was like a Photoshop thing or if it was like real, but somebody was like, oh, look what I found on clearance at Walmart or something. It was a CM Punk, but he's like sitting cross-legged, like on the ground, like he was doing the pipe bomb in WWE, but it was an AEW figure.
Yeah, I know that Diamond Select had those statues with Punk in the pipe bomb pose, sitting down with Mike on the AEW stage.
That might have been it then.
Cool.
I was like, I didn't know that existed.
Got to track that down. That looks pretty awesome. What's up, everybody? This is Chris from the WrestleGeddon Podcast. We're about to try some Dubby Jitterless Energy. So I got this one here, which is the Dragonade. So we're going to try that out. We got our little mixer here, getting ready to roll. So, all right, we got our packet open. Dump that powder in there. Jump in the water. Man, here we go. All right, here we go. Going to this little taste test here. Don't mind the hair. It's first thing in the morning. Here we go. That's pretty good. That is really good. To the Dubby energy drink taste test earlier this morning. I got to say, it's definitely better than some of the other energy drinks that I've drank in the past. And I usually do like Ghost or Bang, like true to word, like energized, focused. It's just amazing. So definitely check it out. Hit up Dubby's website. It'll be a link down here in the bottom. And use code WrestleGeddon, and you can save 10% off your order. All right, so that is the elite figure of the week. Let's head over to the instant replay and run down some of the stuff for this week. We'll get into Survivor Series and all that fun stuff here. I forgot to take the other banner off before I put the new one up.
Yep, and it is sponsored by Dubby. Drink Dubby, or else you will be unenergetic.
Drink
Always
Dubby,
technical difficulties. Never
drink
fails.
Dubby or be a dummy. You choose.
Oh, awesome. All right. So let's run down.
I was going to say, drink Dubby and give her that chubby.
Well, I mean, it does help you focus. So focus on that. Speaking of giving her that chubby, congratulations goes out to Alexa Bliss and Ryan Cabrera and Tay Mello and Sammy Guevara on the births of their new baby girls this week.
All right, let's go for the girls out there procreating.
Woohoo! Congrats for having sex. Oh, awesome. What else we got here? QT Marshall announced that he's leaving AEW at the end of the year. We're kind of talking about this. I'm not a big QT Marshall fan. He's like okay in the ring. He's just kind of got a bland personality. But apparently he's a really solid trainer. So.
I like QT Marshall. I mean, he's not like my favorite wrestler.
Like shit, a lot of shit in AEW that didn't.
Yeah, he got a lot of shit gimmicks in AEW, like shit storylines, and
it started off okay. And then it was like, yeah, it went downhill.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was him.
I think it's creative there, because creative there sucks if you're not like a top guy. Like they put him in that storyline with like the bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they first came in and like all the other stuff, and it just kind of went downhill. And then he like separated from the Nightmare family or whatever, and made like his own faction that just tanked.
Uh-huh.
And then they did like the QT TV thing, which didn't really go anywhere either, which I feel bad for John Morrison for having to be put in that shit.
Yep.
So that just completely killed him. Oh, man. Terrible. But I think it's going to be a big hit for AEW with QT leaving. It's just think, they lost Regal, they lost Cody, they're losing QT, and these guys are like three of the main guys that were helping with developmental and training the talent. So,
I mean, apparently they're not developing anybody anymore.
Yeah, they ain't developing anybody. It's developing shit. Oh man, barely even training some of these people. It's ridiculous. It sucks. We'll see what happens. See where he ends up, because he could be pretty valuable as a trainer. Maybe the Performance Center or something, or Impact.
Good at Impact. I'd be alright at Impact.
I think he'd be.
Tell you where he'd be good at NWA. Give them some kind of new direction and
a
big name. Yeah.
Yep. He could go to Impact and feud with Johnny Swinger. I would not complain about that anyway. More Swinger on TV is always a good thing. Let's see. Sonny. Sentenced to 17 years in prison for her, was it vehicular manslaughter incident last year?
I mean, it's pretty well deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like a little. I don't know how much you get for vehicular homicide, but it seems like a little low.
I think so.
I mean, 15 years. I get like over 15, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know she didn't like intentionally kill the guy, but it's not like it wasn't her first time drinking and driving or fucking doing stupid shit. So it's like she hasn't learned her lesson at all. She's
not. This might be the best thing for her to get, to be put in prison, and maybe it'll help sober her up. And who knows? She might find Jesus in there. She might find you.
Yeah, maybe. I say maybe she'd die in jail or something.
I mean, that could be too. Like 17 years at her age. That's
because she's what, 50 or 60?
Yeah, somewhere around there. So I know she's up there in age. So.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So yeah, two different sentences. One for 10 years. One for 7 years. I believe.
Oh, so it's two different. It was two different sentences.
Yeah, two different charges. She got 10 years for one, 7 for the other. But I believe they said she was serving them consecutively.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a light sentence, and
especially since she was on like probation too and violated probation and all that. So.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, the plus side, she's got a new way to make some money. She can take pictures with fans inside, the visitor center.
Yeah, I guess have dudes come in and rail her, or she probably get railed by the guards or something. But yeah, this don't drink and drive, dude. Nothing wrong with getting an Uber, calling a taxi, fucking walking.
Yep.
All kinds of options out there.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially this day and age. There are way
or just
more
stay
options.
drunk at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you can't drive home, just cause a scene, go to jail. So I mean, it's better than killing somebody.
Absolutely. Speaking of killing, contract negotiations seem to be coming to a close end here for WWE's TV deals, with the biggest one being Raw. The possibility, like huge interest apparently from Warner Brothers Discovery to move Raw to TNT and TBS, with them being one of the highest bidders in these contract negotiations, followed by Disney, Amazon, and NBC.
Man, they're gonna have all the wrestling on TNT.
Well, I would honestly think if they sign WWE next year and they start airing next year, I don't think AEW is going to be on there that long.
No, I mean that's probably part of it.
Yeah, I mean because like the ratings, there hasn't been like an increase in ratings at all. There's actually been a decrease, especially since they fired Punk. The AEW cannot sell out an arena, like for like a Dynamite or a regular show. I mean, they can even for like some of the pay-per-views, they can't. They're not even selling out the arenas,
even though they claim they are.
Yeah, because they don't show the they only show one side of the arena, which is the camera side. They don't show actually that area where the camera's at. So
which is okay because they're gonna sell out the arena here in Greensboro. So
after Sting's last match, that'll probably be the only thing. But I think the biggest thing
would go. We're going. Right?
I'm planning on it.
Do it.
It's Sting's last match. I know Carl's not a big Sting fan, but
yeah, but here's how you sell Carl on it. There's a way to sell Carl.
Ric Flair's going to be there.
Ric Flair is going to be there. That's the only reason to go right there.
It depends on when tickets go on sale and how much they cost.
Yeah, they haven't announced ticket sales yet. But AEW is notorious for like overpriced tickets. Even like the nosebleed sections. Like I'm not paying $60.
Yep, I'm right there with you. But we'll see.
Yeah, and I'll just watch the pay-per-view at home for free.
Yeah, exactly. At that point.
So with this news of like Warner Discovery's interest in Raw, like how does that bode for Tony Khan? Like when they're sitting there saying, "Oh yeah, ratings are good. Like we're the network doesn't really care about the ratings. Like we're making the target demographic, blah blah blah." Like they have to be facing some kind of backlash from advertisers or something for the networks if they're paying for these advertising spots on the network and they're not even getting like the ratings that they should be.
Yeah. They're probably either that or it might just be part of like during negotiation. It's like maybe if they are like, oh, we're going after WWE, maybe they can get a discount on AEW or something.
Maybe.
But I mean, who really knows? Maybe Tony talks his dad into buying a
television network.
Television network.
AEW all day, every day. Oh man, who knows? Like because they were supposed to be going to that was NWA, that was CW. Never mind.
I mean, that's how WCW was able to impact compete with WWE in the beginning. Is because Turner had his own broadcasting networks. But is Spike or TNN, is that still a channel?
I was TNN, then it went to Spike. I don't think they're around anymore. I think they changed to something else.
I was gonna say that that's a possible like that's done wrestling in the past.
Yeah,
like a spot in the land.
That few years that WWE wasn't on USA.
Yeah,
which is really weird at the time.
Yeah, I mean it was just going to the highest bidder.
Yep.
Sci-Fi was done wrestling before, maybe.
The ECW. Well, Sci-Fi is part of NBC. I guess they're talking about moving. Like, if they keep Raw, they want to move it to. I think they're talking about putting it on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
So there must be something. Some of these companies.
Yeah,
they must be like planning on putting like more sports, like NFL, NHL, or whatever on some of these other channels.
Yeah, I mean, I yeah, I can understand that. Getting Raw because it's always been like a cable thing. The SmackDown moving to USA kind of surprised me. Amazon Prime. I don't know, like, how many people subscribe to Prime, like, enough to watch WWE?
That's a good point, too. I mean, Amazon's just trying to get more live sports or live sporting events or
they could be thinking about trying to get maybe it's the test to see how well it does. Maybe they might want to try to get the like network streaming rights once Peacock contract runs up.
I would not be mad at that because Amazon's got a better interface than Peacock.
Yeah, and they have like a lot of old white wrestling stuff on there too. So maybe this kind of
especially they see with the Fire Stick. Ooh, that'd be so much easier.
Yeah, it would be.
We'll see what happens.
I would love this match I'm watching right now. I'm watching Young Mickey versus Angelina Love.
Oh, yeah.
All from her first run in TNA.
Yep.
Nice. Awesome. The beautiful people.
No, I don't know who she's. I don't know who she's with. To be honest with you.
What she look like?
She's got black hair. Basically wearing all black, more or less.
Fucking everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. Trying to remember who was in Impact at that time. Who Angelina was with.
Her name's Winner.
Oh, Katie Lee Burchill. She's Paul Burchill's like on-screen sister. And then she went to Impact. Okay, yeah, I remember her now. Cool. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk some Survivor Series. What do you guys think overall?
It was good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
It was great.
Yeah, it was pretty solid card.
It was a good card. The kick it off with the women's War Games match, which was it kind of like started a little slow, but then like picked up once more people were kind of rolling in, so it wasn't too bad. I thought it was pretty solid. Enjoyed it quite a bit. A lot of good spots in that too, with mainly Io Shirai or Io Sky with the damn garbage can again.
Yeah, and Charlotte with the somersault.
Yeah, that was awesome. A lot of cool stuff in there. Shotzi came out of there looking pretty good too. I know a lot of people were bagging on Shotzi after that Money in the Bank match, but I think she kind of stepped it up a little bit and kind of showed out a little bit in this matchup.
Yeah, but it was a pretty solid match. I don't think anybody did bad or anything.
No, it was good. Quite enjoyed that. Unfortunately, we all picked Damage Control to win, so we were quite wrong on that one. Apparently, Damage Control cannot get any big wins outside of Io winning the title. But I think it's going to play. What's that?
Till they kick out Bailey.
Yeah, I think it's going to play into that storyline where they turn on Bailey. We'll see what happens with that. What else do we have? What was after that? It was it Gunther and The Miz that was after that, or Santos and Dragon Lee?
I think it was Gunther and The Miz.
It was Gunther and The Miz, which was a good match.
It was.
Like we knew the outcome. We all picked Gunther. But like it was still pretty good. Like Miz kind of reminded people why he's in the position that he's in. Like he kind of like a jack of all trades, pretty much.
Turn down your TV, Garrett.
I'm sorry, Bullet Ray's mad at AJ Styles, so he started yelling.
I know, he's yelling over Chris.
I know.
Son of a bitch, Bully Ray. Son of a bitch. Oh, man, but that was solid. It was a great match. The best part was Miz was chopping Gunther, and he's just like looking down and then like looks at him like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff in that matchup. I enjoyed that one. So we had that.
Actually, you know what? That leads me into a question because Carl and I have been going back and forth with this. So we need your input. Who you thinking Gunther's wrestling at WrestleMania?
Gunther's wrestling at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Oh. That's a tough one.
Or who takes the title off Gunther?
Or either or.
Fuck. I don't know. That's a tough one. That is really a tough call. R-Truth. R-Truth takes the title off. No.
You want to know my answer? Who my answer was?
What's that?
Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio.
It was his.
Yeah.
It was his answer.
I don't see that one happening unless he's got unless Priest like beats up Gunther beforehand. But,
I see it as like interference.
yeah, that
Like
could.
I don't think he wins it clean, but it
Yeah,
gives you a way
definitely
to.
wouldn't be a clean.
It gives you a way for Gunther to drop the title and still look good if it's a dirty victory. It'll make people hate Dominic even more. And then you could set up Dominic versus Rhea Ripley for the Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad. But I think I don't know, like putting in like Gunther in a WrestleMania match. Like I don't know. Honestly, don't know who he would go up against.
So I told
Unless
Carl.
it's like fucking
and-
Omos.
So I told Carl, and of course, I do agree. He's had a lot of losses lately, but still would be good. Would be Brock.
I was just thinking that too. Like that just popped in my head before you said it. Brock and Gunther would be good. Like we got that little tease with them in the Royal Rumble a couple years ago, but I think that would be a hell of a match.
I think Gunther wants to wrestle him. I feel like
I think
I've
so
heard
too.
that somewhere.
I think he's said before Brock's one of his guys on his list that he wants to get in the ring with.
Yeah, I just know he's had a lot of losses here lately. So to me, like if you bring him back, you gotta bring him back for a win against somebody. And I just don't see them having them beat Gunther because I don't think Brock really wants the Intercontinental title.
But he's never held the Intercontinental title. That could be something interesting too. I don't know. It's hard to say where they can go with that unless they. And there's not really anyone in NXT besides like maybe Breaker that would be like a decent opponent for Gunther.
I was thinking maybe Austin Theory could wrestle him.
I think Austin Theory get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
I mean that would probably be the case, but
the only other thing you could do, like storyline wise, is if you call up Ilya, because Ilya has beat him before.
Yeah, that's true too. Next, he beat him for the UK title, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a hell of a match. Those two guys.
They bring in Will Ospreay.
Dude, their UK match was insane.
Oh man, awesome. So we went from that to it was Dragon Lee and Santos, right? Because
yep.
I think. Yeah. Okay. Which was supposed to be Santos and Carlito. Carlito got injured prior to this matchup, so they replaced him with Dragon Lee, making his premium live event debut in a hell of a lucha libre style matchup. Both these guys were hitting some high flying stuff. I think Santos was trying to work more of a grounded style through some of the match, and then started hitting some high flying things. But it was good. I would have preferred to see Santos and Carlito to kind of further the storyline, but the way they kind of put Dragon Lee in there with like, hey, I know Carlito's injured. Let me wrestle, for the honor of Rey Mysterio, blah, blah, blah. So it was kind of like a decent way to kind of put him into that matchup. At least some reasoning for him to be there. Mm-hmm. That one was pretty good. Garrett and I both picked Santos. Carl picked Carlito.
Technically, he didn't lose.
No, technically, yeah, he did not lose. We all picked Gunther for that match too. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Rhea Ripley defending the Women's World Heavyweight Championship against Zoe Stark. Pretty solid matchup. Rhea pretty much destroyed Zoe. So,
like we knew
we thought was going to happen anyway. But we all picked Rhea for the win on that one. Let's get into the men's War Games match, which I thought was pretty good. I don't know which one I like more. I think they're both kind of on the same level. They're kind of on par with each other between the men's and the women's War Games match. But that RKO though, on poor JD McDonough, man, I'm surprised he's still alive.
Yeah.
So that was insane. So.
Michael Cole was out of pocket for what he said about Dominic Mysterio. Some bullshit.
What did he say?
You didn't hear him when he was like, "This is the longest he's ever been behind bars."
I did not hear that.
I did not hear that. That is amazing.
Oh man, that's great. That is great. So, it was a good match. The pop that Orton got when he returned was amazing. Not a lot of people have been talking about Orton's return because it kind of got overshadowed by Punk's return at the end of the show. But like Orton looked good.
Dude,
yeah,
he was looking.
I said
jacked.
I said to
Fucking
Carl,
great.
I think it's the best shape he's been in like the past 10 years, probably.
Oh yeah, like he looked good. He looked refreshed. Like he was just
Tell you
ready
what
to go. Like
tell you what he looked like. He looked like he been fucking working out with Carlito.
Might have
Oh,
been.
man.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, he came in looking good. Like he didn't miss a beat, nothing. Like, and you can tell fans missed Orton. Like it's been a year and a half since he's been in the ring, and
Yeah.
like that pop that he got was like a good welcome back for him.
Yeah.
I like what they did with Priest trying to cash in Money in the Bank during the War Games match, which I think if that would have actually happened, it would have been awesome. Like even just the attempt to do it was pretty awesome, but I think it would have like blew the roof off the place if Priest actually was able to cash in and grab that title.
Yep.
But, Orton saved Rollins on that one. Awesome.
Yep. And then
All
playing
right, and,
into what we know is going to happen, getting Orton and Roman at Rumble. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yep. Maybe Orton be the one to take the title off of Roman.
Cult of personality.
Carl, you picked Judgment Day. Garrett and I picked Team Cody on that one. The way they did this return for CM Punk, I guess Triple H took over producing the end of the end segment for the show, like the last 20 minutes or whatever. They psyched us out again. Triple H is like, this is his move. This is his thing because he did it to us in fucking NXT. The watermark comes on. You're getting ready. Oh shit! All right, show's over. So I guess we're not getting Punk. Then a minute after that watermark comes on, you hear the static and you hear a call to personality, and Chicago goes ape shit for CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I turned it off. No,
uh-huh.
I'm kidding. I was just kidding. I was like, I turned it off.
My question with this though too, if this would have happened, if Survivor Series was anywhere but Chicago, would he have still gotten that huge of a pop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he got a pretty good pop the next night from Nashville.
He did.
So much bigger than
I know people in Nashville that were trying to score tickets, and they were hard to come by.
I'm not surprised, though. Especially with the rumors of Punk coming back. So.
No, I'm talking about after the fact.
After Punk came back.
Yeah, after Punk came back, there's people trying to I know that were trying to get tickets. And usually it's not too hard to get tickets to wrestling like a Raw or something, but yeah, they were hard to
It's Punk. Whether you love him or hate him, he cannot be denied as someone that brings fans to the product, that brings eyes to your product, which we've said numerous times with the AEW, because you look at Collision, they lost 2,500 viewers when Tony Khan announced, or 25,000 viewers. Was it 250,000 viewers or something like that? It was a pretty big number. I think it was 250,000. When Tony Khan announced at the beginning of Collision that they fired Punk, all those people turned the channel. They stopped watching. And Collision's numbers haven't been anywhere near what they were with Punk. Same with when he was on Dynamite.
Yeah. And I think it did a lot. Like they both have something to gain from this.
Yep.
When I say both, I mean CM Punk and WWE, not AEW or anything. But they both have something to gain from this, and it opens up a whole basket of possibilities. And we saw that with Raw. We saw that with Raw. I don't know if you watched Raw, but it was one of those things where like that was the first time I watched an entire episode of Raw.
Yeah.
And it was like it reminded me of the old day. Well, I'll wait till we get to Raw. But we'll talk about it. But yeah, Raw was good too.
And they kind of, we'll talk. Well, let's it's going to tie into this anyway. You saw Rollins' reaction. That was like posted all over the internet. Do you guys think that was legit or if that was a shoot?
Garrett, do you want to tell Chris what I've been telling you all week?
So what Carl's been telling me all week is WWE is doing what Tony Khan was too much of a bitch to do, which is to put two guys together who don't fucking like each other in a world title match. When he should have put fucking CM Punk versus Kenny Omega together. He didn't do it, so Triple H is going to hell because he's doing it for him.
Absolutely.
Him and Seth Rollins together.
We know how professional Seth can be because Seth and Cody do not like each other, but they will work with each other, as we've seen numerous times.
They were fucking tag partners.
Yeah, exactly. But here's my thing. I think the reaction was like overboard. Like, I don't think it was. I think it was kind of like a mix of being a work because Rollins has said like a lot of stuff about Punk, you know, like stay away, don't come back or whatever type of thing. But the thing that makes me think that it was a work, Michael Cole is holding Seth Rollins back in that video.
Yep.
Michael Cole can't hold back like his hand from his mouth with a cheeseburger. You think he's going to hold back fucking Seth Rollins? Like, come on.
Yeah, it absolutely is a work. I was telling Garrett, there was like a few instances like previous to this, like on some of the like post game interviews or whatever you want to call it, post match press conference, and like I think like Cody was one of them. And there's like other people, and they're like, they would be like, "Oh, the locker room is so great right now. Like, we have like one of the best locker rooms and stuff." And I'm like, "Why the fuck are they even bringing this shit up?" Yep. So exactly. I think
they're gonna play. They're gonna play into the CM Punk being a cancer to the locker room. That's what they're gonna do. Like that's the only way they can play this is by going to that route.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was telling Gary. I'm like, they're gonna do the storyline that AEW should have done. Like, Punk is rubbing people the wrong way, and somebody's got to do something about it. And it's gonna be one of those matches where you can't tell if it's a shoot or if it's real.
Yep,
because it's gonna seem like it.
I mean, what's pretty much the one thing that we say all the time. The best storylines are based in reality.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just what it is. But
I'm excited for it because I think we are going to get Punk and Rollins. I don't think we're going to get them right away. I think we'll probably end up getting in that Mania. But to me, it kind of draws back to that Punk John Cena feud. It's like, is this a work? Is this real? What's going on?
The summer Punk feud.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm excited for the drama that's going to come with this. Whether it be fabricated or real, there's going to be something, and it's going to be a hell of a storyline. At least that's what I'm hoping. So no matter who they put him in the ring with, whether it be Rollins, Cody, Jay, Sammy, like I don't care. It's going to give us some good matches because Punk actually looked very good. He looked like he was, refreshed, in better shape. Got some hair plugs. So hair was a little darker. It wasn't as gray, which, they probably made him dye it to come back anyway. But he looked good. Like, he looked like he was in a better spot compared to when we last saw him in AEW.
Yeah. And this says a lot of things for WWE too, because I mean,
never say never.
There's a guy, that kind of held a lot of power that might not be the biggest draw no more. So he might actually have to start showing up and wrestling or something,
Yeah. I believe Punk's shirt went up on WWE.com on their shop, and I think it's already one of the top shirts.
Yeah, no, that's what I told Carl. I said, that's why Chris wants him back in WWE so he can buy a fucking shirt.
I would have bought an AEW shirt, but I don't really buy wrestling shirts like that anymore. Unless I go to a show. Like, that's it.
Another rumor, I don't know if it's true or not, but some people were saying that Impact was shocked because they believed that they had CM Punk on a handshake deal to show up at Slammiversary.
Yeah, possibility too. I mean, Ace Steel, like, his best friend is working there, so like we were kind of thinking he was going to show up there for a little bit too. So,
yeah, so
at least I thought it would have been cool. But.
Yeah, but I wasn't surprised with the WWE thing either, because remember when he got suspended, he showed up to an event and they asked him to leave. You know what I mean? Because the lawyers were there and they wasn't sure exactly, how it was going to go. But
absolutely,
I think he's on the mission.
I think so too. He's there to make money, not friends.
Yeah, and I think he's on the. I think he's motivated to be there.
Yeah, I mean, he had never got that one thing that he wanted the most, which was the WrestleMania main event. So, I mean, why not come back? Like, if that's an opportunity to get the one thing that you weren't able to get during your career, your run there, especially when you were the top guy in the company for a while, like 434 days as champion. Like, that was like the longest run as WWE champion until Roman for like the modern era. And you weren't able to get that main event spot because you had to drop the title to The Rock so him and Cena can feud over the title for that WrestleMania. But no. But we'll see. I'm excited for it. I mean, and I think a lot of people, CM Punk fans and non CM Punk fans, I think are seeing the excitement in the company right now, or just the wrestling business in general.
I mean, you see my logo. Of course, I'm so excited.
But it's got you talking about it, whether or not like you love it or hate it. So,
very true.
So awesome. I'm psyched for it. Which that pulls into Raw, where you had Punk's promo at the end of the night. Where he's talking about I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money.
Can I say a hot take?
Yeah,
I think it's one of Punk's worst promos.
It was not his best promo.
I mean, it's fine.
So
that's fine.
Like a standard promo. So. But apparently he didn't have his time got cut because Randy and Dom went
dominant. Yeah, but to be honest though, it wasn't his best promo. But if you look at the impact on the whole episode, so we open up.
Oh yeah,
we have Randy Orton. Yeah, we have Randy Orton. We have Randy Orton come out, and you're like, okay, is CM Punk going to be the one? And then Randy Orton gets interrupted, but who gets interrupted by? Rhea Ripley. Yeah. And then he challenges Dominic, and then it's like, then you have Cody Rhodes. Is this where CM Punk inserts himself? Nope. Yep. He gets interrupted, but he gets interrupted by Michael Moore. Then it's like, then you have Seth Rollins, and you're like, oh, this is definitely where Punk is coming out. He's going to interrupt Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins gets interrupted, and he gets interrupted by Drew McIntyre, And then he tells Drew McIntyre that he has he's going to defend his title against someone, and it's not Drew McIntyre. And so you're like, oh, it's going to be CM Punk. And then it's like, no, just kidding. It's going to be Jey Uso. And then you have the Randy Orton match. You know, you have the Randy Orton match, and you're like, okay, he's going to interfere in this because time's running out. Because I'm like sitting there looking at the fucking clock, and I'm like, is he going to fucking interfere like during Judgment Day or something? And then, you know, it comes out for his promo the last 5 minutes, but it kept you engaged in Raw, and there's plenty of opportunities where he could have inserted himself and it would have made it night. You know what I mean?
Yep. So we pretty much got swerved by that whole Nakamura thing too, because like all his promos building up to it, like we're all thinking, oh, we're going to get CM Punk and Nakamura. Like they're bringing Punk back and we're going to get an awesome feud with him and Nakamura, which could still happen down the road. Like Punk has signed like a multi-year deal with WWE. But I'm not mad with Cody and Nakamura.
Like, yeah,
I think it's going to be a phenomenal matchup, and it's a matchup we haven't gotten. Like I don't even think they wrestled in New Japan, because I think when Cody went to New Japan, Nakamura was in NXT.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly. Like I may be wrong with that, but I don't remember them crossing paths during that time frame before, you know, Cody and all them made AEW.
Yep.
But yeah, it's definitely something that's gonna keep fans talking. It's gonna keep them engaged for a little bit, depending on what they do with Punk from, you know, going forward, what the plans are, anything like that. But regardless, you have, you know, those hardcore CM Punk fans that are gonna watch regardless, and that's gonna bring, you know, that 250,000 eyes onto WWE's product that AEW lost.
Yeah. And I think you have a possibility, depending on if they play it right, you have a possibility of having one of the most watched WrestleManias since Austin Rock. If, you know, you can get the other matches right. Like, it won't be CM Punk by himself or nothing, but there's other factors involved too. But WWE's on a roll, and I like that Triple H has been in charge most of the time.
Yep. Yeah, and this really does prove that Vince is not in control of creative anymore.
Yeah.
Like, because there's no way, like, I know Vince will do stuff, you know, business-wise, that'll make sense, but I don't think he was willing to bring back Punk.
Yeah, and the Triple H thing, it ties into the AEW storyline, because Triple H just removed Triple H and Tony Khan, like, oh, he hired this guy, and if you listen to his press conference, he did it behind everyone's back, like, oh yeah, I signed this guy, I didn't tell nobody. Like, you didn't tell nobody. You mean you didn't, on their way to the ring, you weren't being like, hey, Punk's gonna come out.
Apparently, from what I heard, he told the guys in the War Games match.
Well,
like,
in the
before they went out for the match, but like nobody else knew he was there.
Yeah,
but it was just like him and Nick Khan and, you know, a handful of people prior to that knew he was there.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt that, but I think it plays into what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna do that whole, you know, I'm a cancer to the locker room thing. I think we're gonna see like locker room scuffles and all this other shit, and they're just gonna lean into that heavy. Like, that's the best option they've got right now, because he can't be the savior. Because he's not saving us from a shitty WWE product, because this is the best that WWE's been in a long ass time.
Yeah.
He can't be the voice of the voiceless anymore, because we're getting what we want. Like, we don't have like the cookie cutter muscle bound bodybuilders in the main event anymore. We've got guys like Seth Rollins and Nakamura and Cody that aren't your typical Vince McMahon wrestling stereotypes.
Yeah, I mean, he could save us from Roman, like a shitty ass champion. Yeah, I mean, that'd be worth it.
I mean, that would be not the only thing, but we'll see where they go from here. I'm excited for it. So.
Yeah.
We'll switch some gears here. We'll hop over to AEW. This Continental Classic I was not too keen on this when they announced it, but the matches that we've gotten have been pretty solid so far.
So
Gary has a take on this.
So I'm gonna tell you why this is what it is, and I told Carl about this today. It's something that's been on my mind lately about AEW. AEW is so lazy that they can't fucking do storylines. Because if you think about it, right now they have 2 storylines. 2. It's it. They have Adam Copeland and Christian, and they have whatever they're doing with MJF. That's it.
Yep.
It's the only storylines they got.
And I
They
was actually going
can't
to
do
say
storylines, so they do all these fucking tournaments to get
that's
these
what I was
guys to
gonna get
wrestle
into.
each other. It's annoying.
It's a way for them not to do a storyline, but still have random ass matches without having to explain the random ass matches.
Exactly.
That was my next. That was the next thing I was going to say. Aside from Jay Lethal being 2-0 in this fucking tournament already, so fucking ridiculous.
I like Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal and I think Mark Briscoe are both 0 points right now because Briscoe lost to Rouge. This whole tournament, like this Triple Crown champion thing, like if they do not give this to somebody that actually is going to benefit from it, it's going to be a total fucking waste of time. Like Moxley doesn't need this win. Danielson doesn't need this. Like give it to someone like fucking Rouge or let Eddie Kingston win it. Like one of these guys that's going to benefit from having like this, like I don't know, this like notch on their resume or something. I guess like it makes more sense to do that than it is to like, oh well, John Moxley's our biggest star. Let's give it to John Moxley. Just fucking stupid. So
give it.
And John Moxley is not the biggest star. Yeah, Swerve is their biggest star right now.
Yeah, I don't want Swerve to win this either. I want Swerve to go after the AEW World Championship. I want to see Swerve and MJF. I know. Like I want to see Swerve and MJF feud over that title right now. Like I think that's the trajectory that Swerve needs to go on, and not this Continental Classic thing. But out of anyone, like if they're not going to give it to like Rouge or someone, then Swerve is the man to put it at the top of this tournament.
How about Darby Allin?
Oh, fuck Darby Allin. I don't think he's in the tournament, is he?
I don't think so.
Gosh darn Darby Allin.
Gosh darn. PG Garrett over here. Oh, awesome. Well, that's pretty much all I had for Instant Replay this week. I knew it was going to be dominated by Survivor Series and CM Punk.
Oh, I did tell Carl this week. I watched since I've been watching the Impact channel. Yeah. I watched King of the Mountain. It was for the NWA championship, and it was R-Truth, Jeff Jarrett, Abyss, Sting, and Christian, and it was awesome.
Speaking of
Christian was there when R-Truth was there.
Speaking of
after that.
Speaking of returns, R-Truth.
Yeah.
And did you see the segment that he had with Damian Priest and Finn Balor? Chris.
Yes.
He's eating the jelly rolls. He's like, I heard y'all need a partner for Survivor Series. They're like, man, that was Saturday. How'd I do? Oh man, that was hilarious. I'm so glad he's back on TV. Why he was eating jelly rolls?
Don't look for jelly roll. They said jelly roll was here. Where the jelly rolls at? No, I'm jelly roll. You ate all the jelly rolls? Are they behind you? Oh man, I'm so glad he's back on TV.
I said to to Carl. I said R-Truth has done enough serious shit that he deserves the comedy gold that he is now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, R-Truth is awesome. All right. All right, that's going to cap us off for Instant Replay this week. Let's head over to the Wrestler of the Week, which is my pick for this week. And I picked none other than the Zombie Hot, the Scream Queen, Daffney.
Nice.
There we go. And the match I picked for that was Daffney versus Tara for the Knockouts Championship from the March 21st, 2010 Destination X. Which was a pretty awesome matchup between the two of them. I could have went the easier route and picked the Monsters Ball match that she was in, but
yeah, that's pretty good too.
It was a good match. I like this one too. This one, I think a good singles match, like showcasing Daphne's like actual talent one-on-one in the ring was, and her work rate is just phenomenal. Rest in peace, Daffney. We miss you. We love you. You're an amazing talent that should have gotten way more than what you did. All right, so there is Wrestler of the Week. Let's hop over to G Money's quiz. Garrett, what you got for us this week?
I actually just remembered that I forgot to do something. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot. I'm trying to think of something on the fly. Let's see. Could not think of.
Quality journalism here, folks.
I know.
We do the podcast while on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
Since I don't have a quiz, how about I just ask a question instead? Because this will be a good question for Chris.
Okay.
Since CM Punk is back, what is your favorite CM Punk rivalry?
CM Punk and the Young Bucks.
And we'll just say like WWE related, not like
WWE. Okay.
Yeah.
It's tough because I liked Punk and Undertaker. I thought that was a good build going into WrestleMania, but probably his best rivalry that he had in his WWE career. Punk and Hardy was good too, but it was Punk and Cena. I think was probably like the best one.
Yeah, I think like the whole pipe bomb thing like set him on the map. Like really set him on the map. They made him like a household name because everybody was like calling people like, "You see what this motherfucker just did?" Like, and
get this man an ice cream bar.
yeah, and because I remember, people didn't know if it was real, if it was fake, or what was going on. And it's probably been like the most captivating. Because like WWE to me, for me personally, had been on a slump. Right there, it's like, I wasn't a big John Cena fan. I wasn't really invested in wrestling that much anymore, like I was.
Yeah, I mean, you had Alberto Del Rio running around as WWE champion. I mean, which at the time, like, I liked Del Rio. I thought he was good. He was a wrestler, but
I never really liked Del Rio.
He's a human piece of shit, but
yeah, I never liked Del Rio, but so to me it was kind of like on the downfall, Booker T and some of my favorites had already left the company, and and then CM Punk did his little thing, man, and got everybody captivated again for a little while, anyway. For a
Summer Punk, which was actually a rehash from an ROH storyline that he had. He basically did the same thing, but it lasted the entire summer of Punk just going to like these different indie promotions and defending the Ring of Honor title, while Ring of Honor was going off into, kind of like what WWE did with Cena and Mysterio, for the the interim champion or the new champion. ROH kind of did the same thing, and then it's like ended the same where Punk comes back. It's like, dude, I'm the fucking champ, not you. So, like, I never lost this. But having it done on that grander scale kind of brought more eyes to it.
Yeah.
The better question, and I want all of our 13 fans to weigh in on it when they listen to the podcast. Is what's the best CM Punk theme? There's only one right answer.
Yeah. It's the
Cult
only
of
one
Personality.
right.
Oh no,
Yeah.
the AFI one. Actually, I like that one.
I like Cult of Personality. It's a better song.
It's definitely a better song, but I think the AFI's song has like more build to it and anticipation for the actual entrance.
Yeah, it's his Straight Edge Society song, without a doubt.
Oh god.
I don't even remember that one.
It's literally the better of the songs.
Because he came out the Cult of Personality in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I know he uses.
He
Ring
knows Living Color, like he fucking knows all of them. I see pictures like with them and shit all the time.
He was on stage with them, like recently.
They performed for him at one of the WrestleManias.
Yeah. Because the WrestleMania, he wrestled Undertaker.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Got anything else, or is that it?
Any more questions?
But the only thing I can think of off the top of my head is if you were booking WrestleMania this year, who you got facing all the current champs?
Oh,
Who would you pick?
So Rollins, I'd definitely go CM Punk because we kind of want it now.
I kind of agree with that. I think we get Cody and Roman.
I don't think so. I think we get Brock.
I think Rock.
If we don't get Rock and Roman, I don't think we. I think
if we don't get Rock and Roman this year, I just don't think we're ever going to get it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Because it's also like we're getting to a point where like people are anticipating it, and like it's just going to lose this luster the longer it waits.
Yeah.
Now I don't think he's going to drop the title to. I don't think he wants that match. I don't think he's going to drop the. I don't think he's going to drop the title if he doesn't at least have that match first. And Brock, I don't think will do anything less than WrestleMania. Like I don't see Brock coming to year one or something. The versus Roman Reigns.
Yep.
But you say Cody's yours, Chris?
I say Cody. I say Cody and Roman.
Yeah. Maybe, but like I said, I don't. If Roman's not going to drop the title, I don't want him to verse Cody again. Yep.
I don't think tag titles.
Unless Damian Priest cashes in and beats Roman after he beats Cody.
Yeah, that could be too. Man, I can see that happening because I don't think we're gonna have. It's kind of tough because Judgment Day is pretty hot right now, but
yeah, that's what I said.
Carry into WrestleMania, that could be the other thing.
Yeah, because if you do that, then you could have a feud with the Judgment Day and the Bloodline.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is what I was telling Garrett. The only bad thing about making Logan Paul the U.S. champion is there's nobody I really am dying to see him work against. So I'm trying to think of
I don't think he's not gonna hold that title till Mania. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. I think he's gonna drop it by the end of the year.
The question though is current champions.
Or Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Current champions, but it's just hard to book the current champions going in that far in advance.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But if he is still champion, I would say
So while Carl thinks, I was telling them that what I told him today, and we kind of agreed to like they'd have to have a good ref for this match, but that I feel like the draw would be to do Logan Paul versus Pat Bunny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that wouldn't be bad.
I mean, I told him I just didn't know if either one of them could actually call a match, like without having a veteran in there with them.
Yeah, because Logan would go into that match as the heel, and generally the heel is the one that calls the match. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. It would be great to see. But I think it'd be kind of hard for them to put it on.
Yeah. I say go with Carlito if Logan still has the belt.
I could honestly see that.
Get Carlito in something since you brought him back. Get him involved in something. He could be upset that Logan Paul's a celebrity. You could have Bad Bunny be in his corner since they're both Hispanic, like he did with Damon Priest.
They're both Puerto Rican.
Huh?
I said they're both Puerto Rican.
Who is?
I'm pretty sure Carlito is Puerto Rican.
Yeah, but Bad Bunny isn't.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Pretty sure he is.
Bad Bunny's Puerto Rican?
Yes,
Pretty
Bad Bunny
positive.
is Puerto Rican.
I thought he was Mexican.
No, he's Puerto Rican, dude. That's why they went apeshit for him in Puerto Rico, because he's from Puerto Rico.
I'm gonna look this up.
Oh my god. He doesn't believe us. Anyways.
Oh yeah, he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, we lied to you. I'm so sorry.
I thought he was Mexican.
No.
Not all Hispanics are from Mexico, Carl.
I know.
Racist.
I thought
racist bastard.
I knew Carlito and fucking Damian Priest was Puerto Rican.
Some are from Puerto Rico. Some are from Honduras.
Some are from, Dominican Republic.
Jesus. Oh, all right. Let's hop over to. Well, actually, did we finish that? I don't remember.
No,
It's
we
all
didn't.
right. It's all right.
We didn't.
Y'all don't
that's
seem
a
to
tough one,
care,
though.
so we can just hop into
it's not.
whatever.
It's not. I don't care. It's hard to book current champions with the
Yeah.
landscape right now into a WrestleMania match. It's still 5 months away.
But we are
4
getting
months away or whatever, so.
getting Jay versus Jay. I think that's set in stone.
Jimmy versus Jay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something they've been wanting to do for a while. So
Yeah. But yeah, we can be good. We can go over to Carl's favorite segment and Chris's least favorite segment, where Chris gets to fall asleep for 10 minutes while Carl and I talk about sports.
Woohoo!
Woo.
So you know what important is going on this weekend, Chris?
What's going on this weekend?
A bunch of college football games that are going to determine the college football playoff and the bowl games.
Huh.
Yeah.
So nothing I care about. Okay.
Yeah. So some of the big games are Alabama and Georgia.
Bama.
You taking Bama?
No, I was just saying Bama.
Oh, I'm taking Bama, so you'd be agreeing with me if you pick Bama. A couple of the games are going on right now. I don't know who's ahead. Ain't Oregon and Washington playing tonight or right now or something?
I have no idea. Maybe.
Yeah. I think Oregon and Washington and the Liberty New Mexico State game is tonight. But the big games from this weekend are Georgia, Alabama.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. Georgia, Alabama. What's the other one? Forgot. Where'd Carl go? Carl.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Would you switch over to something else?
I looked up our schedule, so I could see who was playing, but I guess can't do that on StreamYard. So I don't know. Garrett, are you using your laptop?
Nope. I might be all right. Hold on. Let me look. I got you.
Yeah. So you have Oregon and Washington State, which I think just because it's the Pac-12 and it'll no longer be a Pac-12, I think the winner of that game gets into the college football playoff. What do you think?
Who is it?
Oregon and Washington.
Yeah, probably. Washington's up 3-0.
Yeah, because if Washington wins, they're undefeated, and then if Oregon wins, they only have one loss, and then like I said, the Pac-12 is going to dissolve. So I think they'll put one of them in there just for nostalgia purpose. So I think whoever wins that game will be in the college football playoff, and then you have
you got Oklahoma State and Texas.
Texas.
Yep.
If Texas wins, they're in, right? Or no?
I don't remember. How many teams is it this year?
4.
Is it only 4? I thought they were switching it to like 8 or something.
They're switching it to 8, but I think that's next year, right?
Maybe. I guess so. If Texas wins, they might get in. Maybe.
I think so. Ain't they doing 4?
Well,
I
mean, they are doing 4. I believe they are doing 4. Because your 4 right now are Georgia, Michigan, Washington, and Florida State. And if Florida State wins, they'll be undefeated. So I can't imagine they get out of the top 4. If Georgia wins, which they probably will, they'll stay undefeated.
They're not going to win.
You don't think so?
I think Alabama beats them.
Oh, you going roll tide?
Yeah, I think the only way Georgia will get in, because I think they're going to lose to Alabama, is they have to have a close loss to Alabama, meaning they have to lose in like overtime or last minute drive. I think you would need Michigan to lose, because if Michigan wins and Georgia loses and somehow Texas and Florida State lose, I think they would put Ohio State in before they would put another SEC team just for ratings. But
Ohio State still got some like good wins in the season, even with the loss.
That's why I said they would put Ohio State in. Like if you're going to, like, you know what I'm saying, like if worst case scenario for Georgia, Alabama wins, right? Alabama automatically is going to go because they're the SEC champion. So then the only way I could see Georgia making it if they don't win would be if it, like, they would have to have like a last, like they would have to lose at the last minute. Alabama couldn't win like outright. You know what I mean? And then I think they would need Michigan to lose, right? So that Ohio State would get in anyways. Because I feel like Ohio State, if you're not putting a conference champion in, the only one I could see going in first would be Ohio State. They're the most popular team in college football, with probably the 2 popular players on their roster. So they would do it just for ratings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like if nothing else. So I think Georgia would need a lot of help to get in if they lose to Alabama. Florida State, they win, they're in. If they lose, they don't make it. Texas, if they lose, they don't make it. And then, like I said, I think whoever wins between Washington and Oregon will get in regardless, just because they're the last thing. So Texas now, if everybody wins, so say Georgia wins, Michigan wins, Washington wins, and Florida State wins. Who? Is that 4 or 5 teams?
It's 4. You're good.
Hey, okay, and then Texas wins. Texas is out because they got that one loss against Oklahoma. That's a rivalry game. I mean, I
And
guess
all
it's
the other
only
teams,
fair.
those other 4 teams would all still be undefeated.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
But what if Oregon wins, and then so you have like a 1-loss team?
Yeah,
So you
that'd
have
be
Oregon and Texas. Who gets in?
that'd be the that would be the dilemma. I mean, I guess it would depend. Like if Texas, if they lose and Texas goes out there and demolishes, probably Texas.
Yeah. No, I'm saying Oregon wins. Oregon has 1 loss, right?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So if Oregon wins and Texas wins, they both have 1 loss because Texas lost to Oklahoma, right?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. That'd
Who
be an
did
interesting question.
did Michigan lose 1 game? Or are they undefeated?
They're undefeated.
They're undefeated, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, it'd be good. I'm interested to see who wins all these games.
Yep. Me too. Yep.
Yay, sports.
Woo.
I do have one question for you guys.
Oh God.
Sports related. What do you guys think of the end of season NBA tournament?
End of season NBA tournament. What the mid season?
Or yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever thing that I thought it was end season.
No, and I mean they do have a tournament at the end of the season, but it's the NBA finals.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
We know what you meant. We're just picking at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was all right. I mean, it's like something interesting to do at the beginning of the season.
That's all I had.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing. I mean, at least has people kind of interested in, what's going on and stuff. And then you can see teams play that you probably wouldn't see play because of like the regular alignment and stuff like that. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Cool.
Some good stuff.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else for No Holds Barred. There's not like a whole lot going on right now. Besides Christmas stuff, that's pretty much it.
Yep. Did you watch Elf yet?
I did not watch Elf yet. I haven't been home to watch shit with the family. So.
Or Christmas Vacation or something?
I usually watch it on Christmas Eve. The only thing I watched was we put the tree up last weekend. So I have it saved, bookmarked on YouTube. One of my favorites, the Muppet Family Christmas Special.
Okay.
Which I don't know why. Like, I don't know who's got the fucking rights for this thing, but they need to release it on like Blu-ray or something. Like, remaster it and re-release it. Damn.
My favorite Christmas movie. Everybody watches with me. It's like
Man, you said your favorite Christmas movie? Man, people don't watch Die Hard with you? That's a shame.
Yeah, I don't watch that hard one. Or Barney's Christmas or whatever it says.
Oh, awesome.
Now, my favorite Christmas movie is Every Time a Bell Rings, an Angel Gets His Wings.
Not surprised at that one. Awesome. All right. I ain't got anything else. You guys got anything else for No Holds Barred?
Nope.
All right. Let's kick over here to theme of the week. Garrett, your pick for theme of the week.
I'm really indecisive on who I want to pick. Gosh, that's not what I'm picking. I think I remember what I did last time I had it, so I won't do that. I think I remember. Yep.
Drew McIntyre's Broken Dreams.
Is that what I picked last time?
No, I don't remember.
You know what's really sad? That was actually one of the ones I had. So that answers my question. That's not what I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick this other wrestler that I think in the 2 years we've done this podcast, we've probably talked about him twice, and that is we're gonna do Jinder Mahal's newest theme.
We've talked about Jinder more than twice.
Yeah, but he doesn't get brought up that much. I actually like him.
Not anymore.
So.
We talked about him quite a bit when he was WWE champion.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. But I actually like this.
You guys were not behind it. You were trying to hinder Jinder.
We were. But I like his theme. I think it's a good theme.
He's had some pretty good themes.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, we can do that. I did not find a Joel Gertner quote for the week. So.
It's all good.
I don't really feel like looking one up either. There's so many of them. Let's just end it with theme of the week this week then. So.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, yeah. So that's going to do it for us. We thank you guys for checking us out each and every week, like you do, either streaming on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. We appreciate it. Make sure you check out all of our other social media outlets so we can stay up to date when new episodes are up to date, or going live, which I've kind of been slacking on, Twitter and Instagram and stuff. But we'll get there. We'll get back to it. Yeah, and Christmas time. Check out redbubble.com/people /WrestleGeddonPod and check out. I think that's the right link. I may have put an extra slash in there, but you can find it in the link tree in the description for the episode. But yeah, go buy your family members a WrestleGeddon podcast t-shirt.
I'm sure they'll love it.
Yeah, they'll love it. They'll love it. You can even get them the Charlotte Flair inspired shirt that we have.
Yep.
Splash Mountain, baby. Awesome. All right. Again, thank you guys for checking us out. We appreciate it. We will chat with you guys next week. On behalf of myself, Christy Heat Matthews, Garrett G Money Munn, and the Tennessee Jesus Carl Crossland. Later, Marks.
Insert music.
Yeah. साडी शान देखो मान सम्मान देखो पंजाबी मुंडे जिबे खड़ी है चट्टान देखो साडी पहचान देखो चंगा मैदान देखो वो पैसे में बैरी किन्ने ने हैरान देखो ये मजाल बैरी मूरे आके खंगे केड़ा जिथे तू रहना अपा देश यंदा है गडेरा दिला जो वहम कटो झूठे दिला से छड्डो शाने पंजाब ताडी नगरी दा लांदा गेड़ा मोती अखां च अख पाके